Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning, and welcome to Story Time. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you can hear me today. Thank you indeed for being here. I know last time we tried here on Tuesday, we had technical difficulties and, of course, missed you yesterday as well. But glad to be back here today. I hope that you can hear me loud and clear. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time today. I hope that you are well wherever you are. Take number 2 this time around for Have You Ever Seen a Flower? Written and illustrated by Shawn Harris, and of course read with permission of the publishers Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Welcome to Storytime, and I hope that you're ready for this beautiful story. I hope that the wait has not been too much. Thank you indeed for being here. Absolutely appreciate you. And how are you doing? Did you survive the heat that was hustle was on so high yesterday out here in the Bay, and I think other areas as well? I know you're experiencing some of that heat. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that there are cooling centers. I hope you're able to find ways to keep cool. Thank you so much for being here with us today on Storytime. And cooling down out here in the Bay. I think today, some areas will still be pretty high, but we're looking at about highs of about 70s in some areas. So we should be a little bit better than it was yesterday. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Please remember to check in on your neighbor, because that little hello can go a long way indeed. Thank you so much for joining us here today, and I'm glad that we're here. Let us see who is here this morning, ready to enjoy a wonderful story. Good morning to you, Kathy. How are you doing today? And of course, good morning to you, Luna, as well, out there in Ohio. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. How is it where you are? How is the weather? Good to have you here with us, and I hope that you're ready to enjoy this beautiful, beautiful story, and I hope that your flowers are surviving the heat too. Have you ever seen a flower? Written and illustrated by Shawn Harris. This is the award-winning book, CALDECOTT Honor Book, and it is here just for us today to enjoy. Thank you indeed for joining us here on Storytime. And a reminder too that Michelle Jin Chang and of course Tracy Han will be here on Storytime on June 10th. Yes, just a few days away. They'll be here with their book, and I cannot wait to share it with you. Yes, talking about the life of Mamie, as we'll be reading here on Storytime. So please join us and don't miss out on that special event happening here on Storytime. Thank you so much for joining us here, and cannot wait to bring those guests. But of course, before then, we have our book to enjoy today. Have you ever seen a flower? Well, have you? That is the question indeed. I'll catch you on the other side of this very short break when we're back with more Storytime. And remember too, if you missed Storytime Live, you can always catch us at storytimewithmrlamada.com, at Storytime with Mr. Lamada on Facebook and YouTube, and of course, see what's happening on Instagram. Thank you so much for joining us here today, and I'll be right back after this short break. Have you ever seen a flower? This one coming to us today from Shawn Harris. I'll see you in a little bit.
Hi, friends. I hope you're enjoying today's story on Storytime with Mr. Limata. I know I am. My name is Angela Dalton, and I'm the author of picture books, including If You Look Up to the Sky, Show the World, and Ruby's Reunion Day Dinner, all of which you can hear Mr. Limata read right here on Storytime with Mr. Limata. I hope you continue to enjoy today's story, and I hope to see you soon. Okay, bye.
Welcome back indeed. Thank you so much for joining in right here on Storytime. Angela Dalton, yes, creator of many wonderful books. I hope that you do indeed have an opportunity to check them out from your local library and, of course, right here on the Storytime platforms. Have you ever seen a flower? Written and illustrated by Shawn Harris. And this is one of them. This is what I was trying to say on Tuesday, but we had no sound. Is that this is one of them that has Addies, right? As we call them. Yes. So this is the outer cover or sleeve. We'll have that. But we also have another cover down there. Look at that. Have you ever seen a flower? Which one do you like? I know they're both good, right? Have you ever seen a flower? Written and illustrated by Shawn Harris and read with permission of the publishers, Candlewick Press. Here we go. Have you ever seen a flower? And we did do a rerun of Have you ever seen a flower? The conversation we had with Shawn Harris here, and he showed us how he uses the multicolored crayons to create this. And yeah, so go back to that from 2 days ago, Tuesday, and you get to see his process, and maybe you can make your own. But isn't that beautiful, though? Yeah. Have you ever seen a flower? Written and illustrated by Shawn Harris and read with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Whoa, where is that? That's so great. What's happening? Who's there? Does this look like your city? Have you ever seen a flower? Great question. Have you ever seen a flower? I mean, really, have you ever seen a flower? I mean, really, have you? And those illustrations pretty? Yeah. Have you ever seen a flower? I mean, really. I mean, really seen a flower. Have you? Yeah. Was it a super bloom somewhere? Is it in your backyard? Is it in your neighborhood somewhere? Well, have you ever seen a flower? I mean, really seen a flower. I mean, way down in the clover, with your face down in a flower. Yeah, have you? Yeah. Have you ever seen a flower? I mean, really seen a flower. I mean, way down in the clover, with your face down in a flower. Have you ever seen a flower using nothing but your nose? Breathe deep. What do you see? Ah, Yeah, I've had an opportunity to smell some amazing roses this spring. Yeah. Have you ever seen a flower using nothing but your nose? Breathe deep. What do you see? Yeah. Have you ever seen a flower with nothing but your nose? Breathe deep. What do you see? Good morning, Marietta. How are you doing today? Harvard, Massachusetts in the house. How's Henry? How are you doing, Henry? Cloudy day, hoping for some rain to clear the pollen away. Oh my goodness, I know, right? As beautiful as the flowers and the blooms may be, we know there's that as well to deal with. I hope that you're handling it well. Have you ever seen a flower using nothing but your nose? Breathe deep. What do you see? Raindrops made of honey, the knees of bumblebees, a fancy lady, dancing babies at the Royal Jelly Jubilee. Is that what you see? Yeah. Have you ever seen a flower? I mean, really seen a flower? Way down in the clover with your face right in the flower. Yeah. What do you see? Raindrops made of honey, the knees of bumblebees, a fancy lady maybe, dancing babies at the Royal Jelly Jubilee. Is that what's there? Have you ever seen a flower so deep you had to shout, "Hello!" and listen for an echo just to know how deep it goes? Hello, 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 hello. Have you ever seen a flower so deep you had to shout hello and listen for an echo just to know how deep it goes? And did you wonder if you wandered down between its golden columns and into its corridors, who you might meet? Yeah. Have you ever? Yeah. Did you wonder if you wandered down between its golden columns and into its corridors, who you might meet? Who could be there? Maybe a tiny queen. Maybe. Who else do you think could be there? Yeah, maybe a tiny queen. What else? Who else? Have you ever felt a flower? Do a flower petal's veins feel like the veins beneath your skin? Have you wondered that? Have you ever felt a flower? Do a flower petal's veins feel like the veins beneath your skin? Have you ever pricked your finger or fallen on your knee and seen the brilliant color of your life? Hmm. Have you? Oh my goodness. Have you ever pricked your finger or fallen on your knee and seen the brilliant color of your life? Yeah. Life is inside you. Yeah. Life is inside you. Life is all around you. Life is inside you. Life is all around you. Now, put your hands on your belly and say, "This is my stem." Yeah. Now, put your hands on your belly and say, "This is my stem." Yeah. Now, sip a drip of water and stand very still. Feel it slip and trickle all the way down to your roots. Yeah. I think it's a great reminder for today, too. In this hot weather, depending on where you are, be sure to hydrate. Drink some water. Now, sip a drip of water and stand very still. Feel it slip and trickle all the way down to your roots. Yeah. Put your hand on your belly and say, "This is my stem." And now, sip a drip of water and stand very still. Feel it slip and trickle all the way down to your roots. Do you feel yourself growing? Do you feel yourself stretching toward the sun, ready to burst? Yeah. Put your hand to your belly and say, "This is my stem." Now sip a drip of water and feel it slip and trickle all the way down to your roots. Do you feel yourself growing? Do you feel yourself stretching toward the sun, ready to burst? Ready to burst and bloom. Yeah. Yeah. Ready to burst and bloom. Have you ever been a flower? I mean, really been a flower? Another great question. Yeah. Have you ever been a flower? I mean, really been a flower? I love the art in this book. So brilliant. And if you were, would you remember? Yeah. Have you ever been a flower? I mean, really been a flower? And if you were, would you remember? Try and see. Hand to your belly one more time and say, "This is my stem." Don't forget to drink your water too. Feel it trickle. Feel it trickle all the way down to your roots. Have you ever been a flower? And if you were, would you remember? Try and see. And that is the end of our story. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. I hope you enjoyed that one. Have you ever seen a flower? Written and illustrated by Shawn Harris, and of course, read with permission of the publishers Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Thank you so much for joining in today. I hope you enjoyed that one. I will catch you on the other side of this very short break when we're back with more Storytime. Thank you indeed for being here with us today.
Hello, I'm Olalu Ogunyemi, officer in the United States Marine Corps and author of Crow from the Shadow. You are tuned in with my brother on Storytime with Mr. Limata. Enjoy and God bless.
Welcome back indeed. Thank you. Olaolu Ogunyemi, as we're just putting on the sleeve back onto this book, our story for today. Have you ever seen a flower? Written by Shawn Harris, illustrated by Shawn Harris, and of course read with permission of the publishers Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Yes, the award-winning picture book right there, making our story for today. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. I hope that you are well. I hope indeed that you remember to hydrate. I hope you remember to check in on loved ones, and also I hope that you just have a wonderful, wonderful day. This has been Storytime for today. Thank you so much for being here. Absolutely appreciate you. Luna, thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime, and I hope that everything is okay out there in Ohio. Thank you for being here. Absolutely appreciate you. Sending you big hugs. Thank you indeed for being here with us today. And of course, Kathy, thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Ari and Megan out there in Kentucky, hope you're doing well too when you join us later on for the recordings. Well, thank you for joining in, and to everybody else that is here or indeed that wishes to join in later. If you cannot make a live, remember that you can find us at storytimewithmrlimata.com and come and be a part of this wonderful community. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Marietta Apollonia out there in Harvard, Massachusetts, thank you for being here. Sending you lots and lots of love, and of course, hopefully see you soon, my friend. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. And you say it is cloudy out there when you're hoping for some rain to clear away some of the pollen that has been in the air, right? I know. And yes, to all everybody that has allergies and all of those things, I hope that they're finding ways to contain it, and of course to finding ways of getting through. You know way more than I do indeed in navigating this time of the year. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you, and yeah, have yourselves a wonderful day. This has been Storytime for today. This has been Storytime on this beautiful, beautiful Thursday morning. And yeah, sorry we missed you on Tuesday due to technical difficulties, and also missed you yesterday as well. But we're back. Storytime is back, and we hope to be back again tomorrow with another exciting story. So don't miss. Come and join us and have fun with us. And remember to follow us on Instagram so you know everything Storytime. Thank you so much for being here. Have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day, and I hope you enjoyed this beautifully illustrated book, beautifully written book from Shawn Harris and of course Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Have you ever seen a flower? Thank you so much for joining in, and I hope that today, as you go through your day, you see some flowers out there. You see some of those beautiful flowers that will take your breath away. And of course, if you can, hopefully you're able, breathe in. See them with nothing but your nose. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Biggest of hugs from me. And I will see you again tomorrow with another exciting book. Bye-bye. I will see you later.
Storytime with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, Storytime with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing Storytime with Mr. Limata. He will be starting starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing. Right here in my neighborhood, story time. Ooh, story time. Story time with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing.